Hey guys, Saturn here. It's been a while. Happy 2019. I did make it welcome to 2019 video, kinda. But anyway, that doesn't matter because we've got a Pokémon Direct review. We've got Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield, and the Generation 8 starters have been all revealed. You will have likely seen it by now, but I'm just going to run through the information. I'm going to have 3 videos out, possibly not all 3 of them today, but I'm going to try and have them all out by the end of the week. And then I'll make a larger video, which is all 3 of them combined. So I will, let's start off with the review, which I've been doing for the last, 2 years now? It's incredible. So first of all, the first thing we see in the trailer is Route 1, or at least the symbol for it, and the first town, which, as you can see, has what appears to be a church, but it's also been confirmed to be a train station. A few Victorian-looking houses, what we can see to be a Pokémon Center, and even more houses. So it's very countryside fueled, which is very accurate to the UK, as I would know. So the Pokémon Center and the Pokémon art, because we're assuming that they'll still be put together because we haven't seen the Pokémon art, and there's that little blue symbol. That's what it looks like in this town, but we can bet that in places that are based on London or on other places. I have a region video coming out in one of the other videos. It can look different, something more high-tech maybe. The player's house on the outside looks like this, which is the most detailed house that we've had so far. A lot of people have been saying the graphics don't look very good, but I'm probably going to do a graphics comparison video just for that, and there are a lot. I might just link a couple in the description of this video. Ruffled Rowlet did quite a really good one. I do suggest watching his videos because he covers all the news and all the rumours. So he is someone you should definitely be able to subscribe to. All sorts of YouTubers you should subscribe to see everything you need to do, but you know. Yeah. And I've just noticed this now. I can see like almost like a back garden gate. I don't know how many like the back gardens are common in other countries, but in the UK, pretty much everybody has a back garden. So that would be interesting. This is the male protagonist's room. We've got the Pikachu plush, which we've seen in pretty much every room now. We've got the male protagonist, who looks really good actually. I really do like the design of the male protagonist. The big TV, there is a switch off to the side, but you can't see that because I wasn't able to catch that in this screenshot. You got a radiator, which I think it's the first time that I've ever noticed a radiator in Pokemon, so, you know, you got a purple clock with, well, I'm not entirely sure what those markings mean, so, yeah. That's all really for the male protagonist room, other than the fact that, as on a rewatch, I saw the Pokeball design. And it's something that we haven't actually seen before. I'm assuming that that's Pokeball design for a mat, so it's a Pokeball we've never seen before. New Pokeballs? We're going back to Johto. Let's go Johto, coming out 2021. This is the female protagonist design, which is interesting. It's very different to the ones that we've seen in recent years. And it's just nice, really. The Pokemon Lab, or what I'm assuming is going to be the Pokemon Lab, has a battlefield outside the front and is overgrown, really. It's overgrown. You can see like a little conservatory off to the left, but there's lots and lots of wildlife, and it would be interesting to know more about it and whether there is even a professor. Like, I have a theory that maybe there isn't a professor because it's so overgrown that the Pokemon, like, you have to just choose one because they want to become your plant or something. I don't know. City and train, and it's like, one of the things the UK is known for is the Industrial Revolution. And as you can see here, this is a very industrialised city. I think, I'll talk about more about this city in a future video, one of the region video that's coming out soon. But there is also a train line going through there, and there is trains going through the entire region, but it makes me believe that we're going back to Carlos in this game. Now, I know that it seems completely unlikely, but we're on the Switch now. Make it happen, Game Freak. Now, gyms are confirmed to be returning, which is absolutely incredible. Gyms, I really did enjoy the Island Trials of Alola, which is an unpopular opinion, but gyms are something that I have really, really enjoyed as well. And now they seem to be more of a stadium shape, and I'll talk about that more later, but also the new logo is something I'll talk about later, because I'm not sure that I'm happy with the fact that they've actually changed the logo for the gym, because they had one that worked since Gen 5, and it's been used in literally every gym until this. Even the ones in Let's Go. This is also the same city that I think it's the same city that we saw in the last city slide. You can see more industrialized things. It kind of reminds me of the Azoth Kingdom from Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel film. But there's another train station, lots more steampunk related items. It's quite interesting. Now, again, this is another view of the lab. You've got a lake off to the left, mountains in the background, a shed, which I'm trying to work out what that could be. That could be like some sort of thing, something to do with the legendary Pokemon. I don't think it will be, because it's just a shed and I don't know what they could be in there. But if you take a look at the Pokemon lab, there are clearly things that are growing there. I mean, somebody has to water them, so maybe my Professor Theory really isn't true. But it is very, very overgrown, and the conservatory is even overgrown. And another feature that might be returning is sneaking from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which were Omori's first games that they worked on. And there are also no overworld Pokemon like in Let's Go. A lot of people have been complaining about that, but I was kind of expecting it, because while it's possible that we could see them return in future, it was unlikely that we were going to see them in these games, because these games have been worked on for longer than Let's Go. Let's Go started development in 2017, I believe. These games started development at the same time that Sun and Moon started development, so they've had twice as long as Sun and Moon. I don't know, something like that. So that's interesting. Sneaking would be a nice feature to return. I really like the Dex Nav feature, and it was a nice way to complete the Pokedex. I would kind of like to see that return. Also, Wild Battles return, meaning that no-go mechanics are going to be back. Also, the backgrounds for this just look absolutely incredible. They're very detailed, and I'm hoping that we don't get what happened in Sun and Moon, and just for the insides, just a bland white background. That was really, really disappointing. This is the You Are Challenged By screen with the colours of Diamond and Pearl, and everybody is saying, oh, does this mean Diamond and Pearl remix? But remember, Team Skull's background in both Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was also blue and pink, Diamond and Pearl coloured. Now, before any of you start questioning what training class that is, you can probably tell it's the schoolgirl training class. But the why are they wearing a uniform? Because usually in America, I know that's something that you don't really get in public schools. But here in the UK, most schools have you wearing uniform. I know the school I go to where it has uniform wearing, so it does make sense. They do seem to be high school age, as well as the protagonist seems to be going like a high school age, which is interesting. Like, I'm guessing about 14, 15, possibly, for the protagonist's age. You also get the inside the house. I have put Cubist paintings down because that is something that they're both different. They're quite unique. And it's quite interesting to see the cubism, all the different art movements in there in Pokemon. And you've also got your cup of tea, more radiators, a bookshelf, which is... A lot of people have been disappointed with the graphics, but the texture on those bookshelves and on everything just looks absolutely incredible. And again, even outside the window, it's really, really detailed. It's really, really quite nice, and I really do appreciate every little detail they put into these games. Also, the fireplace is quite accurate to a British fireplace. This is an ice city, I'm assuming based in Snowdonia, Snowdonia is in Wales. It's where Mount Snowdon, which is the highest mountain in Wales, is. I have climbed part of Mount Snowdon myself. I did not get to the top. But you can see in the background what I'm assuming is either a museum or the gym, because you can see the same poles that came out of the grass gym on the stadium. And it does look like on the map the gym's going to be like above the museum kind of area. Now, if you take a look, there seems to be a monarchy and castles in this region. The monarchy symbol that I've got highlighted to the right does remind me a lot of the current British monarchy symbol with the Elizabeth II one 1. It's E2 II Roman numerals for 2 R because it's Elizabeth II. And I don't know their surname, which is really bad of me. But it does look very similar to that. And the castles, there's not really much to say. It just looks like a castle kind of thing, clip art. So yeah. Now, a lot of people have been speculating that this has something to do with Meltan, and I'm just going to tell you now, it probably doesn't. Yes, it kind of looks like Meltan, but I'm not sure it is. It seems to be a fire electric type, because it's got a pylon for a tail, and it's spewing out fire and electricity. I think that those other drawings are people. And I believe, and this might be an Ultra Beast. I think this is an Ultra Beast. Because they were introduced in Gen 7, and let me guess, James Turner, who is the one of the only British members of the Game Freak team, probably helped a lot with this game. And so he wants to bring back the Ultra Beast, because he designed 3 of the Ultra Beasts. Buzzwole, Poipole, and Guzzlord. So he would want to bring back Ultra Beasts in this generation, and this time we might be getting a fire and electric type Ultra Beast, which would be really interesting. Otherwise it could be just one of the legendary Pokemon for this region, because we haven't actually seen them yet. I would really like to see them, but I believe that there will be 2 wolves, and I believe Loxton's theory on what they'll be. So that'll be interesting. A lot of people have been saying that you probably can't explore the mountain, but there is a path closer to what we see. So yeah, you might be able to do that. You might be able to walk above the hill. You probably won't be able to walk on there, because I'm not sure whether you can actually walk on the place that it's based on, because I can't remember the name. It's something Avast Giant. I think it's like SaturnArceus Giant. I'm not going to show an image of that. Some of you may know why. Moving on, inside the Pokemon Lab, it's overgrown again, but not as much. We have data, like a computer screen, which is very modern, and the what I can assume to be one of the new starter Pokemon, the grass types, habitat kind of area. It reminds me of Pokemon, I think it's Phoenix Rising. How you go into the container or the environment for your starter Pokemon, which was for the grass type, it was Petalil in Phoenix Rising. But you seem to have another one above it, so maybe you have to choose by going upstairs. I don't know. Those stairs there, I'd assume. They also seem to have a flip chart. Well, not a flip chart, but more of a whiteboard, and a lot of books. Like, if I had that many books, I wouldn't know how many I've read. I wouldn't know. Seriously, I would never be able to finish reading them. They also have a microscope that looks to be a light microscope, but it could be an electric one, I'm not sure. But that's really all I had to say on that. Now this is the football thing that everybody's been talking about. This is a gym. This is a Pokemon gym. Pretty much confirmed. This is looking to be the grass gym. Now I'm calling them like a football. It's based on football, let's just face it. Which isn't so great for me, because I am British and I do not like football that much. Okay, right, so just to clear off any confusion. Football in the UK is soccer in the United States. You guys, I'm tempted to say you're weird, but you know, you're not, because everybody's weird. But I just don't get why you didn't call it football like the rest of the world. But yes, the 2-7 is obviously a reference to Pokemon Day. And I'm assuming you fight the gym leader in there. One of the reasons that it's also confirmed to be a gym is because you can see the new gym symbol just at the back. And your player is wearing it on their shirt, their football jersey. Is it jersey in the UK? Just a shirt? I don't know. You can see how much I know about sport here. But anyway, this is the new symbol. I like the design. It looks really cool. But I do not like the fact that it's replacing one of the better, I really liked the Gen 5 gym logo design as well. So I don't know whether this is going to be like a unique one to this region because of the whole football element. But honestly, I'm interested to find out. And that's all I can really say. Now to move on to the starter Pokemon. Now these three, this is the hardest decision for starters I've ever had to make, and I actually only decided today which one I was picking, just for this video. So then you've got number 8, 10, or I'm assuming with these numbers of which ones, because like it's usually grass starter, fire starter, water starter. So yeah, I'm just going to assume with these numbers. So this is called Grookey, and the image to the right for all three of these is not actual game footage, but it's from the trailer that we saw of them. It's the grass type region, the grass type starter of the region. It's the chimp Pokemon, and it is obviously based on a monkey with a stick in its head that beats on the ground and then it heals the grass, like it makes grass grow. Number 813 is Scorbunny, fire type, and this is the one that I'll be choosing because I think it looks adorable and I just think it's incredible. I don't pick many of the fire starters. I picked the Fennekin and now I'm picking Scorbunny. Those are the only 2 fire starters I've ever picked. If you want to know what starters I picked for each region, go onto my Twitter page. It is on there. I posted it today. But I just think it has a really interesting, while being basic, design, if you know what I mean. But this, then we have the probably the fan favourite for the starters, Sobble, who, or as I call him, Surprise Pikachu 2.0. Just look at that expression in the official art. But I think he's adorable. Though it was either between this one or Scorbunny for me, to be honest. This is the water type, number 816 in the Pokedex. It's cute, yeah, but it just reminds me of Mudkip a lot, and it reminds me of lots of other Pokemon a lot, and just mash up with lots of different Pokemon. Yay, Sobble. But also its name, Sobble, Sob just makes me feel sad, and so I didn't go with it, so yeah, rip. But yeah, Sobble's cute, I like it. I might go for it on my playthrough of the channel, yeah. Which I will be doing a Let's Go playthrough, maybe. I don't know. I haven't finally decided, to be honest, because I don't know how many people want to see a Let's Go playthrough whether we've got Gen 8. The Gen 8 is called Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield. Based in the UK region of Galar, that is the correct pronunciation. That is how Mr. Omori was pronouncing it in the official trailer. So it's Galar. That is the official pronunciation. I will have a video on the region and a video on every single Pokemon we know is going to be in the game later on. Now, just give me one moment. I'll be back in. Very sorry about that. Anyway, we have come to the end of the video. Sword Shield logo thing. Made by me. Photoshop looks terrible. I know, but I do have one. I'm on Team Scorbunny and I'm on Team Shield. So, yeah. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe. My latest video, the Ninjago Season 10 Doctor Who style. So that video took a lot of effort because I had to learn how to green screen. Anyway, thanks for watching.